Welcome to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine audio is sponsored by Sprague & Curtis Real Estate, the largest full-service real estate brokerage in Central Maine's capital region, selling properties, helping people, getting it done. Visit their website at spragueandcurtis.com. Now here's JP Devine.
Kartoffelsalat und coffee, a recollection. Before the Russians bombed Freeport, let's change the subject. Shinjuku, Japan, 1954. On my 22nd birthday, my mates took me to a famous German restaurant for dinner. I remember that it was tucked away in a side street, an alley, really, off the main drag. And during the war, we were told, it was the favorite dining spot for the visiting German officers. Basically, your average Nazi officer with money and good taste. While we dined, a tall man with an eye tick, visible behind a monocle, I swear this is a true story, came to our table with a big camera and a flashbulb attachment and took our picture. I wish I had that shot now. But that's a story for another day. This day, the menu sported the usual dishes. Wiener Schnitzel, sauerkraut, sauerbraten. And there, at the bottom of the menu, a name that jumped from the page. Kartoffelsalat. Kartoffelsalat. Hot German potato salad, my father's favorite. St. Louis, 1936, maybe 9. Potatoes. There were always potatoes on the table at supper. A large bowl of baked and peeled or simply mashed. Yes, we were Irish, and everyone knows the potato is to the Irish what pasta is to the Italians and rice to the Chinese. But our non-Irish neighborhoods, the Edelsteins down the block, had them at supper. The non-Irish Garcias and the Votes on Michigan Avenue. It was at the height of the Great Depression, and potatoes, like tomatoes, were cheaper. But at least twice a week, my mother prepared for her husband his favorite potato dish, the delicious Kartoffelsalat. Hot potato salad with vinegar and bacon, awash with its drippings. I remember this dish simply by the aroma. Don't go away. This is not a food column. This is simply a recollection of my father's strange passion for German food. The heavy stuff that raised his blood pressure and probably killed him, especially sauerkraut, which I, too, came to love. For years, I wondered why the son of 2 Irish immigrants, famously fond of pork chops and potatoes, came to take this bizarre departure. Then, one Christmas, Pop's sister Kate told me how it came about. When my grandparents came to America, fate or friends lured them to South St. Louis, where, because of the great Anheuser-Busch brewery's economic impact there, a generous population of Germans dominated the street. Irish and Germans. Strange street fellas indeed. When my father and his brothers, Jack and Pat, and sister Kate were of school age, the immigrant Devines moved south to Ivory Street, into a nice apartment next to a German bakery and 6 blocks from St. Boniface Church and School. A Catholic church and a school so close? Oh, how wonderful. We'll take it. The kids were immediately enrolled there under the care, research tells me, of the Sisters of Christian Charity. Hold on. Here comes one of the family's favorite legends. On the first Christmas of that year, Pop and his siblings came home, stood by the dining room table, and proudly recited the Holy Rosary and sang the carol, Silent Night, in Irish accented German. Aunt Kate said the assembly family and friends did not applaud. They sat there in the glow of the season, stunned, and she added, horrified. Now, see, if Grandpa had access to Google back then, he might have checked and found to his horror that the church down the street was named after St. Boniface, an English monk who had devoted his religious life to the conversion of the Germanic tribes and who came to be known as the Apostle of the Germans. Aunt Kate then recorded that only weeks later, the elder Devines took a firmer personal hand by transferring the kids from the Germans over to the more acceptable Irish St. Columkille School and Church at 8200 Michigan Avenue, a stone's throw from where I would come into the world. My research shows that this church served the Irish families of South St. Louis. Here's the delicious punchline. When St. Columkille's closed in 1952, the remaining parishioners were asked to join St. Boniface Church, the German parish, 4 blocks north. By this time, the last 2 members of my family had long departed for greener pastures, but I'm sure they would have declined the offer. Kartoffelsalat. Bring me a beer.
Thanks for listening to On the Edge with JP Devine from Central Maine Sunday. On the Edge with JP Devine is sponsored by Sprague & Curtis Real Estate, the largest full-service real estate brokerage in Central Maine's capital region. Selling properties, helping people, getting it done. Visit their website at spragueandcurtis.com. Make sure you pick up Central Maine Sunday this week wherever newspapers are sold, and visit our website at centralmaine.com.